Welcome to episode 7. We have made the move up to NL10. So let's see. If we can stay here for now. There's a high chance we lose this shot because how big variance is. I'm running a pretty aggressive bankroll management too. I'm folding here simply because I might do a video on that. It doesn't show the hand, I don't know why. It's probably still being played. But if you complete the big blind, and the decision is to complete multi-way, so under the gun opens and button calls, for example, your pot odds are getting better compared to if just under the gun opens and you have to call right. But the thing that people neglect about that is that, yeah, your pot odds get better, but instead of playing against just one person out of position, you're now playing against two people out of position. So the fact that your pot odds are getting better is good. But the fact that you're playing against two people out of possession is like, I know this is bad English, but it's more worse than what getting better pot odds is good. So yeah, you should actually play tighter instead of looser whenever that spot comes up, compared to how you would complete in a heads up pot. There's obviously some details to that are dependent on the player. So for example, if the completing player is a fish, then obviously that isn't true anymore. At that point you want to complete more loose. And yeah, it's a little bit complicated like that, but overall you should tighten up from a pure theory standpoint instead of loosening up. And the only case where you complete the big blind multi-way and you have to, or you're allowed to actually loosen up in theory instead of playing tighter than your heads up completing range, is if, let's say, UTG opens and the small blind completes. Because now the big difference is that instead of playing against two people out of position, you are playing against one guy in position and one guy out of position. So that's a huge difference in the way you're going to be realizing your hand equity. Alright, we get lucky here with the 9s. And we we play? I think we want to play Bet and Jam River. Unfortunate turn. We jam here. It's pretty marginal actually. I mean, especially against the 10, we're crushed. But we get lucky. But it's marginal because of what his calling range looks like. I don't think his calling range is gonna be many worse hands in this spot. I don't think he calls ace jack or worse, so I think his calling range will be all pairs plus an ace queen and better. But if we have ace king, then his overall calling range will do really, really well against us. But we still want to jam simply because we should still be doing really well against that range. And it plays pretty hard as just a call pre, because with ace king, even the suited variant, you don't often flop anything. And the people who min 3-bet you, they often start potting flops and stuff, and it sucks. It's an interesting line here, the check back raise turn. It's pretty weird on this board. But I guess it's like, I don't know, maybe queen jack or jacks or something. Or maybe he actually check back ace 10. I don't think it's a bluff if he does it. My goal here is to triple barrel on pretty much all runouts. Now we are calling, hoping to hit the turn. Nope. That's interesting to see a check. The thing is, he can... I know these guys, man. It could be that he's trying to check raise again with his pocket nines. If he was bluffing, we have a lot of fold equity now, but... and it does seem like that, right? Yeah, let's do it. If I get check raised again, then I'm gonna cry. And it works. So he was randomly check raising, which is interesting because he had the yellow tag. Which usually means he's not bluffing, but I guess we remove that one. And you will sometimes see that. I mean, it's just logical too that there will be people who you think are just never bluffing, and in that moment it might be true. But you never know if they are gonna change their overall approach to the game, if they're gonna improve in poker, or how they will play 2 weeks later. unpredictable. You don't know what they are doing off the tables or even while they are playing. I mean, the simple fact that there is a possibility that someone is tilting can have a massive impact on how people play. So, and to assume that nobody is ever tilting, it's only you who has tilt problems. No, it's actually the majority of people have tilt problems. So whenever you see something crazy, especially from someone that you don't expect it from, there's a high chance that it's just tilt. Whatever tilt it might be. I mean, there's a million different forms of it. But yeah, that's also why you should never have 100% reads. It should always be like, okay, 90% of the time it's going to be this, and 10% of the time he's going to do something random. Or, I mean, you don't have to do it, but it's more realistic. Alright, we just bet large. Gonna check again with the queens here. Now we go for value. I thought there on this kind of board, and I'm pretty sure it's true, it's just not in this case, that if you start checking this board that they will bet with like 80% frequency. But I guess he had something like pocket fours this time that he didn't want to bet, or ace king maybe, which I don't block. But yeah, against fours it doesn't matter if we check or bet. Against ace king it does matter, because we don't want him to check back ace king. But obviously he's going to be doing that a lot. Alright, we're trying to get stacks now. I'll be betting big here. And jam the river. It's one of the spots where you get hero called a lot because I check the flop, so I look weak. And this time we're just running into the top pair, which is, yeah, we're going to be stacking that every time there. He's not gonna ever be able to fold that, even if I overbet jam the flop. So I guess we just got lucky in a sense. I'll be betting tens here, we gotta protect. And that's an easy fold here against that sizing. If they raise smaller, then it's often a bluff, but with that sizing it's just never ever a bluff. That's a weird down bet. I think I just fold. It's really close though. But because I think there's such a high chance you will be betting the river as well, is that, and it's so marginal, I just don't want to take that variance. Anyway, that's it for this episode. See you on the next one. Leave a like and dislike, I nearly forgot it, and a comment if you want. And yeah, see you in the next episode. Bye bye.